حبل نجاتنا فتمسكي بعراه كي لا نغرقا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to GlobalAid Trust QFactor with myself, Qari Murshid Habib. Alhamdulillah, we have reached day 7 and very much close to the end, but nevertheless day 7 of our competition, of our quarterfinals of QFactor, where subhanallah, the competition has been immense. But again, like every other day, we have brought the best of talent that we can find, and of course they will be reciting for you within moments. But before I continue any further, let me take a moment to introduce my judges, who of course don't need any introduction, as they have always been here helping me find the best of recitation. But let's take a moment to introduce them, inshallah. On my left, I have Sheikh Nasrullah, who of course is a teacher for Quranic studies for a number of years, being a graduate of Medina University. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Ustaz.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Barakallahu feek, Ustaz. Jazakallahu khairan for being here with us today.
Marhaban bik.
Alhamdulillah. And on my right, I have Sheikh Badr, who of course will be here again, of course being a teacher of Quran himself also. Jazakallahu khairan to be with us today, Sheikh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Alhamdulillah. My judges, of course, always here trying to find the best of talent. It is not an easy job at all to be going through all these students who of course possess so much talent, but of course, like always, it's a job for them to find, inshallah. Let's give my salam to my live audience who also we have today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Jazakumullahu khairan for everyone being here with us today. I hope that everyone has an enjoyable show as much as I do. Of course, my contestants, as always, 10 contestants are waiting to be reciting from the Quran. Before I break down the rules for you, I must take a few brief moments to talk to my judges. But inshallah, let's see what my judges' thoughts are of today's show, inshallah. If I could go to Sheikh Nasrullah first. Sheikh Nasrullah Ustaz, we are on day 7. Subhanallah, we've gone through 7 days where it's been immense, and the talent of course looks slightly older today in age, but what are your expectations, considering looking at the contestants today? They are all over 12 or over that, up to the age of 18. What are your thoughts and what are your expectations today, inshallah?
Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala wa ba'd. The more experience when you can expect when they are be older in age. So as you said, they are a bit older than the other group of contestants. Inshallah, maybe we'll find there more competition than other days.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. I think that's very very good to hear, but of course at the same time I'm sure it's much of a very big job for you at the end of it, to sift through and find the best of talent.
Definitely.
And I hope it is an easy job for you, inshallah. Ustaz Badr, of course you've been here with us a number of days and you've seen some of the best of talent being going through to the semi-finals waiting. Do you think, looking at today's competitors who are waiting here and looking back at the previous days, do you think the semi-final is worthy of being a proper semi-final for our beloved viewers at home?
Absolutely, why not? I've been privileged to be here to take part in judging some of the quarterfinals, and it was difficult. It was difficult where you're only selecting 2 to 3 students out of 10 reciters, whereas a lot of them were really, really good, and it was sad to see them go. But we had to do that. We had to follow the rules of the competition. So it makes it, the stage is set for the semi-finals, because, and inshallah today we can see, so the competition is going to be great today because there's a lot of mature senior boys here who's going to be inshallah competing. So I'm looking forward to it, and semi-finals is going to be worth looking forward to.
Inshallah. Barakumullah feek to both my judges. And of course, as Sheikh Badr said, many have had to go home, but of course there are still a number of those who are waiting patiently, already waiting for the semi-final. But of course we have those who are still waiting here for the for the quarterfinals rather today. Before I go straight to them, I will of course take a few moments to explain some of the basic rules of this competition. QFactor, of course, being a competition allowing students to perform to the best of their ability in the Qira'at of the Quran. Within the quarterfinals, each competitor has a maximum of 2 minutes to recite from a part that will be picked by the judges. They have to recite from 2 minutes again, but of course they will be marked down on lahni jani, any major mistakes, and lahni khafi, any minor mistakes. But as always, my competitors look very ready, and without any further delay, I will inshallah head to my first contestant of today, my first qari of today. If I can kindly invite Faiq Faizin inshallah to come and join me on stage inshallah. Alhamdulillah, our brother Faiq, rather 16 years of age, but I'm sure 16 years worth of talent. Let's see if we can talk to Faiq's family for a second, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallahu khairan for being here with us today. I'm assuming you're Faiq's brother?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, very good to hear. So, how has Faiq been preparing for today?
MashaAllah, he's been, throughout the past few weeks, he's been properly preparing, reciting to different people and listening to himself.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. And as his brother, have you been also contributing towards his practicing of his recitation?
Yeah, I've been trying to help him, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And on his behalf, are you confident today?
Yeah, I'm confident that he'll be able to
Inshallah,
do it,
inshallah. Very nice, kind words from, of course, Faiq's brother. Let's take a few seconds to talk to Faiq before the competition begins, inshallah. Faiq, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa
MashaAllah. You have a very nice smile which tells me you're feeling quite confident. Are you feeling confident?
It's a mixture of feeling.
Inshallah. Well, I hope that you will do fine, and of course, I'm sure you will do fine. So, if I can kindly head straight to Sheikh Badr to kindly pick a part for our brother Faiq to recite from.
Faiq, can you recite from the second part of the Quran, please?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يضاعف له العذاب يوم القيامة ويخلد فيه مهانا إلا من تاب وآمن وعمل عملا صالحا فأولئك يبدل الله سيئاتهم حسنات وكان الله غفورا رحيما ومن تاب وعمل صالحا فإنه يتوب إلى الله متابا والذين لا يشهدون الزور وإذا مروا باللغو مروا كراما والذين إذا ذكروا بآيات ربهم لم يخروا عليها صما وعميانا والذين يقولون ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما أولئك يجزون الغرفة بما صبروا ويلقون فيها تحية وسلاما خالدين فيها حسنت مستقرا ومقاما قل ما يعبأ بكم ربي لولا دعاؤكم فقد كذبتم فسوف يكون لزاما صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah, alhamdulillah, Faiq, you finished well within your 2 minutes. Very impressive, alhamdulillah, that you kept your time well within the 2 minutes. If we can head to Sheikh Badr, inshallah, to briefly give some feedback on Faiq's recitation.
Well done, Faiq. MashaAllah, that was an excellent recitation. I greatly enjoyed listening to your recitation from the beginning all the way to the end. It was you, in terms of the pace you set, how you delivered it, I think you executed it beautifully. So well done on that. I didn't have many major mistakes to pick on. Slight, maybe one or two minor mistakes might have been in the sounds, in the vowel sounds of kasra and dhamma. Sometimes it wasn't very. So for example, in the kasra sound, the E, the kasra sounds need to be articulated very clearly, and same with the dhamma sounds. And also maybe on a final note, when you're reciting, the expression you set should be pleasant. Try not to, so make it as though you are enjoying it, yeah, rather than, it's a forceful kind of coming out, so you have to give the pleasant expression that this is the recitation, these are the words of Allah, and I'm enjoying it, so therefore less of the creasing of the forehead and so on and so forth, inshallah. But that's just mine observation. Okay, Jazakumullah, well done.
Barakallahu fiqh. I think, of course, sometimes it is a reminder, as much as we are reciting, we are doing it for the pleasure of Allah. Absolutely. So, of course, to show that we are enjoying it is a very important fold of recitation. Faik, how do you feel after that?
Alhamdulillah.
Went well?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. I hope it did. Of course, we will hear later from the judge what they thought. But Jazakallah khairan, very nicely executed, inshallah. You can return to your seat now. I will now head to my next qari, inshallah. So if I can kindly invite Burhan Mahmoud Rahman on stage to come and join me, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, Burhan, also 16 years of age, from London, looking confident. Let's take a moment to talk to Burhan's family, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam.
MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah khairan for coming here today, and of course bringing Burhan. Are you Burhan's family?
Yes, I'm his uncle.
MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah, Burhan, of course, 16 years of age, so I'm sure he's been taking the time without having to be told to prepare. How has he been preparing for the past few days?
He's locked himself away pretty much.
Okay.
Quarantined himself away from everything else.
Okay.
And just been sitting there really reciting to himself. So, and his father's been helping him in between that time.
MashaAllah. And is his father his teacher in many ways, or?
Yes, mentor as well. So yes, I think they've been working really hard together.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, it's very good to hear that. Jazakallahu khairan to you. And of course, as a reminder, of course, to my beloved viewers, the family contribution, of course, sometimes goes beyond folds, even more than a teacher always coming to help. But of course, let's see how Burhan is doing. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Burhan.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing very good.
Alhamdulillah, you look like you're doing good. How have you been preparing?
Well,
you have locked yourself away, so you have been reading while locked away, not playing games or anything.
Yeah, I don't have any games.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, like my dad has this big room that he owns in. Basically, it's like a madrasa.
Okay.
And I locked myself away for like 2 hours yesterday, and within that time, I recorded myself and I made sure that I sounded okay-ish.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Well, you think it was okay at the least?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going with your word is okay, but of course after recitation we'll hear how fantastic it was, inshallah. If I can kindly head to Sheikh Nasrullah to kindly pick a part for Burhan to recite from.
Okay, Burhan, I would like you to recite from part 1.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولله ملك السماوات والأرض والله على كل شيء قدير إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار ربنا إنك إنك من تدخل النار فقد أخزيته وما للظالمين من أنصار ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي للإيمان أن آمنوا بربكم فآمنا ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار.
Burhan, Barakallahu feek, mashallah. I'm very sorry, but I have to stop you there. Your 2 minutes is up. But mashallah, I wish I could let you carry on. It was very pleasant to hear, to the sound of course, I'm sure everyone within here, and of course my viewers at home. But of course I had to stop him, unfortunately. Sheikh Nasrullah, your thoughts on Burhan's recitation?
MashaAllah, his name is Burhan. Burhan is evidence. MashaAllah, you said a good evidence of good pronunciation.
Allah
Excellent.
Akbar. Allah
MashaAllah. Every letter was eloquently pronounced, and I'm really amazed of this. And everyone should take an example of how to actually pronounce the letters.
MashaAllah.
Every ada was really, delivery was really good. Only one thing, when you do Mudd Asli, you should make sure that all the Mudd Asli are similar, like Subhanak is Mudd Asli and only one alif, and another one is Dhunubana is one alif. So and another thing is when you said Wakhtilafil Layl, maybe your tongue went a little bit twisted, so it sounded a bit odd. Other than this, mashallah, the recitation was really good. I enjoyed it.
Barakallahu feek. I think that's very positive feedback. Burhan?
Yes.
Do you think it was okay or slightly better than okay?
Slightly better than okay.
Alhamdulillah. Well, you said it was okay, but I'm going to leave it up to the viewers and of course the judges to assume more than that. But Jazakallahu khairan again for your recitation.
Jazakallahu khair to you.
Barakallahu feek. And you can return to your seat now, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, I did say today would be a very challenging day for the judges, and of course it is proving to be so. 2 reciters so far, both reciting perfectly in my opinion, but let's move to my third reciter of today. If I can kindly invite Saqib al-Rahman to come and join me on stage, inshallah. Our young brother Saqib al-Rahman, only 11 years of age, but looking as confident as the rest of the competitors today. Let's turn to Saqib al-Rahman's family very quickly, inshallah. If we could speak to his family. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum salam.
Alhamdulillah, Saqib only 11, but he looks confident like the rest of all the competitors here today. Is he as confident as he looks?
Yeah, inshallah, I hope so.
Okay, yeah, inshallah, that's very good. And has Saqib been preparing well for today?
Yeah, mashallah, he has really prepared hard.
Has he been preparing on his own or has he had any help?
He has tried all by himself actually.
Okay.
I listened to his reading.
MashaAllah. And is Saqib trying to memorize from the Quran or anything?
Yeah, he's doing his.
How much has he memorized?
He's done 8 juz.
8 juz?
Yeah.
MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah, very positive to hear. Only 11 years old and having already memorized 11 juz from the Quran. Jazakillahu khairan. Saqib, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah. Good salam to start with. How are you feeling today?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, good. You look quite confident, sitting very nicely and calmly. If you are ready, then inshallah I will ask Sheikh Badr to kindly pick a part for him to recite from.
Saqib, if you can read from part 3, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام والحب ذو العصف والريحان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار وخلق الجان من مارج من نار فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان رب المشرقين ورب المغربين فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah, Thaqib, you finished perfectly within your 2 minutes. Alhamdulillah, well paced. Sheikh Badr, your thoughts, inshallah, on Thaqib recitation.
Thaqib, well done. You recited very consistently from the beginning to the end. You set a nice pace for yourself, and you made sure you were well within your comfort in order to be able to execute the verses in terms of how you manage your breath and all of that. Alhamdulillah, that was excellent. Just small little mistakes you've made. One thing I noticed was obviously in Ar-Rahman, most of the ayahs, they end with noons at the end. And sometimes I felt you dwelled too much on the noons and you made it sound as though there was a shad there. Yeah? So try not to. So the noon that you pronounce at the end of the verse, for example, bihusban, it's bihusban, not bihusban. Yeah, so you kind of held on to the noon on a number of occasions. So try to avoid that. A couple of times, on most of the times you did your idghams very well. You missed it a couple of times in, for example, min marijin and fakihatun wan nakhlu, and maybe a couple of your ta's you didn't pronounce with a full mouth, yeah, and the qalqala was slightly semi-done. But other than that, mashallah, well done.
Sheikh Badr, alhamdulillah, it sounds positive, but of course we will hear more from you later. Thaqib, good?
Yeah.
It went well?
Inshallah, yeah.
Inshallah. Good answer, inshallah. Without moving on to my next reciter, I will have to go on a very short break. But again, join me again after the break on GlobalAid Trust QFactor, where we still have a number of Qur'an still waiting to recite. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يا أمتي القرآن حبل نجاتنا فتمسكي بعراه كي لا نغرقا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to GlobalAid Trust QFactor, where we went on a very brief break. But of course, we are back to listen to the rest of our Qurra who have been waiting patiently. So without any further delay, I will go to my first contestant of this part. If I can kindly invite Ridwan Jamaluddin to come and join me on stage. Alhamdulillah, Ridwan, 18 years of age, but I'm sure this will reflect on the amount of talent he is going to show today. Let's go to Ridwan's family briefly, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallahu khairan for being with us today. How has Ridwan been preparing for today?
Yeah, he preparing every day, every morning after Fajr.
MashaAllah. Using the best of time, the morning, to be reciting from the Quran.
Yes, he do.
And is Ridwan memorizing from the Quran?
Yes, he's already half his Quran.
Oh, he has already finished his
Yeah.
MashaAllah. Allahu Akbar. May Allah bless him and allow him to continue with his revision. And who helped him with his memorization?
First, his mom helped from 4 years.
MashaAllah.
And after he went part-time to SLMCC.
Okay.
And then he memorized in part-time in there.
MashaAllah.
We call him Hafiz Munawar, his teacher.
Alhamdulillah. And is he revising regularly to keep up his revision?
Yeah, still is reading Quran every morning after Fajr.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Continue.
Alhamdulillah, and I hope that his family are very supportive of this and inshallah carry on in this manner, inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan. Ridwan, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. How are you doing today? So if I can kindly go to Sheikh Nasrullah to kindly pick a part for Ridwan to recite from.
Ridwan, I would like you to recite from part 3, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا وقعت الواقعة ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة إذا رجت الأرض رجا وبست الجبال بسا فكانت هباء منبثا وكنتم أزواجا ثلاثة فأصحاب الميمنة ما أصحاب الميمنة وأصحاب المشأمة ما أصحاب المشأمة والسابقون السابقون أولئك المقربون في جنات النعيم ثلة من الأولين وقليل من الآخرين على سرر موضونة متكئين عليها متقابلين يطوف عليهم ولدان مخلدون بأكواب وأباريق وكأس من معين لا يصدعون عنها ولا ينزفون صدق الله العظيم.
Ridwan, do you follow anyone when you are listening to a recitation? Is there anyone you listen to in particular?
I listen to Mashari Rashid Al-Afasi.
Alhamdulillah. I'm sure reflecting your recitation, my viewers will agree. And Alhamdulillah, it's very nice to hear. Sheikh Nasrullah, if you can kindly give some brief feedback on Ridwan's recitation.
MashaAllah, it was great to hear. I was thinking maybe somebody played the CD of Mashari Rashid Al-Afasi. MashaAllah, it was excellent delivery. It was very good, MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah.
Only one thing I will request, because you're Hafiz, MashaAllah, try to make your pronunciation little bit more stronger. Okay? MashaAllah, it's okay. Just try to make it a bit stronger. And other thing is, when you say kaf and ta with sukoon, there should be a little hams sound. بأكواب بأكواب وأباريق.
Okay.
Barakallahu fiqh. I hope you do practice it, and of course, as you are a hafiz already, I hope that it increases in your recitation, inshallah. Ridwan, you can return to your seat now, inshallah. Competition only heating up further. The further we go, the further it is heating up. So let's move to my next qari, inshallah. If I can kindly invite Muhammad Ali Akhtar to come and join me on stage, inshallah. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Muhammad Ali Akhtar, I believe 18 years of age. Muhammad, is your family with you here today?
No, they're not.
Okay, well, you are 18, so I believe you're old enough to be traveling on your own and coming on your own. And inshallah, I'm sure you'll be fine. But inshallah, if we can, before I go to the judges, and let's take a moment to inshallah talk to Muhammad in this case. First of all, would you like me to call you Muhammad or Ali?
Ali.
Ali. You prefer Ali?
Yeah.
Okay. Ali, have you been preparing for this competition well?
Kind of.
Okay. Not giving enough time or giving enough time?
Bit of both.
Bit of both, bit of both. And have you been memorizing from the Quran or have you finished?
Hafiz.
You finished your hifz. Yeah. When did you finish your hifz, alhamdulillah?
2011.
Okay, so it's been a few years you've been practicing revision.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
And your revision is strong?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, well, let's hope that it reflects in today's recitation. Inshallah. Let's go to Sheikh Badr, inshallah, to pick a part for our brother Ali to recite from.
Okay, brother Ali, if you can recite from part 2, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قد أفلح المؤمنون قد أفلح المؤمنون قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون والذين هم للزكاة فاعلون والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون أولئك هم الوارثون الذين يرثون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون ولقد خلقنا الإنسان من سلالة من طين ثم جعلناه نطفة في قرار مكين ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما فكسونا العظام لحما ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر فتبارك الله أحسن الخالقين.
Ali, Barakallahu feek. I have to stop you there. You are very much in flow of your recitation, but your 2 minutes unfortunately are up. But mashallah, well done for your recitation. Let's go to Sheikh Badr inshallah for some brief feedback of Ali's recitation.
Well, Ali, mashallah, that was an excellent recitation. You've prepared it very well. I think it was well rehearsed, and it allowed us to maybe even ponder over the meaning, because obviously you brought in some repetitions of some verses, which was good. It's different. Just a couple of minor mistakes really. I felt sometimes your sad there's a touch of sheen on it. I don't know if that's a natural thingy, but so I noticed some of that, and your ra. I think I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was a tafkhim or a tarqiq.
Firdaus.
Yeah, firdaus. You missed out a tarqiq. Yeah, so you kind of made the ra full mouthed there. Other than that, alhamdulillah, excellent recitation.
And also, Ustad, how about the ending sound? If you can just limit with the letter, not making as ha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
So as you're finishing, you're kind of letting out a breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barakallahu feekum to both my judges. I think some advice for Ali to take on board, inshallah. Barakallahu feek for your recitation, inshallah. You can return to your seats now. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Moving on to my next qari now, inshallah. If I can kindly invite Fahim Ahmed to come and join me on stage, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, Fahim, 16 years of age, all the way from Brighton today. Let's go to Fahim family, inshallah, very briefly. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallahu khairan for coming today, and of course bringing Fahim all the way from Brighton today. Has Fahim been preparing well today?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, he's practicing the whole weeks. Now he's in the madrasa, this way his mom is pushing him to practice again and again.
Subhanallah. So he has been spending a lot of time reading.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. This is all very positive to hear. Jazakallahu khairan. Fahim, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu wa rahmatullah.
How are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. You have revised thoroughly, your dad is saying?
Yes.
Yes? Ready for today?
Yes.
Inshallah. Let's hope so. If I can go to Sheikh Nasrullah to kindly pick a part for Fahim to recite from.
Fahim, if you could please recite from the part 1, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض، وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله، فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء، والله على كل شيء قدير. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله، وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها، لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت، ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا، ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا، ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به، واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا، واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا، أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Fahim, perfectly executed. But of course I can't give feedback, so inshallah let's go to Sheikh Nasrullah to give some very brief feedback, inshallah.
If I remember correctly, I was on the table when his recitation came through, in telephone line.
Yes.
Yeah, if I remember, his recitation, mashallah, it reflects that mashallah that he's been practicing very well. Only few things you need to take into consideration. You, mashallah, you have a very good control over your mashallah mudud and makharij. Only ra, when you say ra, tarqiq and tafkhim, what you said mir rusuli. So you need to understand which letter it's connected to and which haraka it's connected to. And also about hams, ta and kaf, we always say kaf and ta when it comes with sukun. وَعَلَيْهَا مَكْتَسَبَتْ, little hams sound. And other than this, mashallah, the pronunciation and mudud was really good. Mashallah, I enjoyed your recitation.
Barakallahu feek to you, Sheikh Nasrullah. Alhamdulillah, some very good advice and some feedback, of course, for Fahim. Fahim, good feedback?
Yes.
You will be taking on board?
Yes.
Inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan. You can return to your seat now, Fahim. Alhamdulillah, 6 Qurra listened to, but of course still a number who are waiting to be reciting. So let's move to my next Qari, inshallah, if I can invite Ridwan Ahmed Omar on stage, inshallah. Ridwan, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
How are you feeling today?
Alhamdulillah.
You've got your mushaf with you for some last minute preparation. Put it in, inshallah. Are you ready for today's recitation?
Inshallah.
You have been practicing well.
Yes.
Inshallah, we will see this within your recitation. So if I can kindly ask Sheikh Badr to pick a part for Ridwan to recite from.
Ridwan, if you can recite from part 3, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإن من شيعته لإبراهيم إذ جاء ربه بقلب سليم إذ قال لأبيه وقومه ماذا تعبدون أئفكا آلهة دون الله تريدون فما ظنكم برب العالمين فنظر نظرة من نجوم فقال إني سقيم فتولوا عنه مدبرين فراغ إلى آلهتهم فقال ألا تأكلون ما لكم لا تنطقون فراغ عليهم ضربا باليمين فأقبلوا إليه يزفون قال أتعبدون ما تنحتون والله خلقكم وما تعملون قالوا ابنوا له بنيانا فألقوه في الجحيم فأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأسفلين وقال إني ذاهب إلى ربي سيهدين.
Radwan, barakallahu feek. I must stop you there, mashallah, alhamdulillah, well done for your recitation. But unfortunately your 2 minutes is up, so I must stop you there. Sheikh Badr, if we can kindly have some feedback on Radwan's recitation.
Ridwan, well done, mashallah. Very controlled recitation from the beginning till the end. You executed very well. There was one mistake you made. فَنَظَرَ نَظْرَةً فِي النُّجُومِ, not min nujum, yeah? So be careful of that, inshallah. Make sure you eradicate that mistake. Other than that, I felt maybe a few times when you're doing your ikhfaz, the concept of hiding the sound of noon when you're doing your ikhfaz, that wasn't there on a few occasions. So that's something that inshallah you need to maybe look at. And also when you're doing your mudud, sometimes I felt that there was a lot of nasal sound when you're doing it, particularly when it was with the waw. So in nujum and other words, there was a slight nasal sound which is unnecessary when you're doing your mudud. Yeah? Nasals are mainly for the ghunnas and the ikhfaz and idghams, so on.
Barakallahu feek to you, Sheikh Badr. I think some advice for our young brother Ridwan to take on board. Ridwan, you will be fixing up on those things?
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan again for your recitation. You can return to your seat now, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, I can tell, and I'm sure my beloved viewers can tell, today will be a very, very tough day for my judges when it comes to marking, of course, all the Qurra of today. But let's move to my next Qari, inshallah, if I can invite Ibrahim Khan to come and join me on stage. Alhamdulillah, our brother Ibrahim, 16 years of age, but ready as all my competitors are ready today. Let's go to Ibrahim's family very briefly, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Jazakallahu khairan for being with us today. Are you Ibrahim's father?
I'm his uncle.
His uncle, okay, mashallah. Alhamdulillah, Ibrahim, 16 years of age. I hope he looks ready. What are your thoughts? Is he ready for today?
Inshallah, he's ready. Alhamdulillah, he's been practicing and he continues practicing hifz all the time anyway. So he has a regular routine that he practices every day. So
Alhamdulillah, very good to hear.
He's been doing well.
Alhamdulillah. Some positive feedback from his uncle, and of course, let's hope that's the case, inshallah, with Ibrahim today. Ibrahim, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah. How are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, good to hear. You have prepared well, as your uncle has said?
Inshallah, yeah.
Inshallah. So, let's go to Sheikh Nasrullah to kindly pick a part for Ibrahim to recite from.
Ibrahim, I want you to recite for us from the part 3, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما إنا عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض والجبال فأبين أن يحملنها وأشفقن منها وحملها الإنسان إنه كان ظلوما جهولا ليعذب الله المنافقين والمنافقات والمشركين والمشركات ويتوب الله على المؤمنين والمؤمنات وكان الله غفورا رحيما.
Barakallahu feek. MashaAllah, Ibrahim. You executed that fantastically and finished within your 2 minutes perfectly. Sheikh Nasrullah, if we could get some very brief feedback before we go on a break, inshallah.
MashaAllah, Ibrahim is first to last one kind of reading. There's no something high or something very low. It's same tune, MashaAllah. It's really enjoyable. But there's some minor thing you need to take into consideration to make your recitation better. Like when you say ra with sukun wal ardi, so try to make it not repeated on your tongue, and also when you pronounce hamza, try to make it a bit strong. فأبين أن يحملنها. And also there are some very light qalqala on sheen and hamza. Mu'minat, mushrikin. Okay, if you can repair this little thing, inshallah, your recitation is something stand out from others, in terms of reciting, in one tune. MashaAllah, it's very good.
Very nice. Barakallahu feek to you, Sheikh Nasrullah. I think it was a very unique sound to hear, and of course it's always very pleasant to hear nice tunes, inshallah. Ibrahim, what do you think of that? Went well?
Alhamdulillah.
Jazakallahu khairan. Alhamdulillah, we have listened to 8 of our Qur'an today. We still have, of course, a few more to go before we do call an evening today. But we must take a short break. So again, join me after the break on GlobalAid Trust QFactor. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
حبل نجاتنا فتمسكي بعراه كي لا نغرقا.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to GlobalAid Trust QFactor, where we are in our last segment of today's episode. We have listened to the majority of our Qur'an, but we still have 2 more waiting to recite for us. So, inshallah, without any further delay, I will go to the first of this segment. If I can invite Absar Kaisar to come and join me on stage, inshallah. Absar, one of the younger contestants of today, only 12 years of age, but he looks confident like the rest of the Qur'an today. Absar's family, if we could talk very briefly maybe? No, it's fine. Okay, then inshallah, we'll talk to Absar more gladly, inshallah. Absar, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Alhamdulillah. Absar, have you been memorizing from the Quran?
Yes.
How much have you memorized so far?
8 juz.
You've memorized 8 juz already?
Yes.
MashaAllah, alhamdulillah, very positive to hear. And are you practicing it regularly?
Yeah.
Yeah? And are you ready for today?
Inshallah.
Inshallah, good answer. So let's go to Sheikh Badr to pick a part for our young brother Absar to recite from.
Absar, if you can recite from the first part, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون.
Abasar, Barakallahu feek, MashaAllah. I must stop you there. Alhamdulillah, everyone mesmerized by your recitation, but your 2 minutes unfortunately is up. So inshallah, if I can go to Sheikh Badr to kindly give some brief feedback on
Absar, MashaAllah, well done. You're like a dark horse of this round, inshallah. Well, I mean, you've recited beautifully from the beginning till the end. You've set yourself a nice pace. Your delivery was very, very good. Nevertheless, small mistakes that you can maybe take home to, inshallah, improve your recitation further on. I noticed that a lot of your has were slightly chewed up, so you need to articulate your ha sound. So وَمَا هُمْ, yeah? يُخَادِعُونَ اللَّهَ وَالَّذِينَ. So the has need to come out more. It's slightly drowned a little bit, yeah? So if you can focus on that. Also, whenever you're, other than the heavy letters, you need to ensure that all the other sounds, they come out flat, and the fatha sound is pronounced. So for example, khatamallahu, not khatamallahu, yeah? So like that. And also, just maybe I felt that your long mudud were slightly inconsistent, so you need to stick to it. So if you've pronounced alif lam, then the meme has to be equally as long as the lam, yeah. And ulaik, the muds that are of that length, you need to make sure that you are consistently long with those, inshallah. Other than that, wonderful recitation.
Barakallahu feek to you, Sheikh Badr. I think some constructive feedback for Absar. Absar, you will be practicing those things?
Yes.
Inshallah, good answer. Well, I hope the best, of course, like Sheikh Badr said, but of course we will see further on during the show. You can return to your seat now, inshallah, Absar. Barakallahu feek. Alhamdulillah, like Ustaz Badr said to us, the competition is only getting better, and I'm sure my beloved viewers at home will be agreeing with me. Let me go to my final Qari of today's episode. If I can invite Imran Hussein to come and join me on stage, inshallah. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Imran, 17 years of age, from Essex, here to recite for us today, and of course for my viewers today. Let's speak to Imran's family very briefly, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah, jazakallahu khairan for coming here today. Are you Imran's father?
No, I'm not. I'm his older brother.
Okay. I didn't assume you're old, but of course I went with
I'm not that old.
I'm
it's
definitely
the beard that fools people.
I'm sure you are not. Alhamdulillah, being Imran's older brother, I'm sure you can tell him what to do and when to do it. But does Imran need to be told when he needs to recite?
All the time.
Yeah?
All the time.
Yeah?
Yeah. It can be hard work, but alhamdulillah, being here today, I'm hoping we'll give him the platform to
Inshallah.
give him that boost of confidence, inshallah.
Inshallah. And is Imran at the same time trying to memorize from the Quran?
Yes, he is.
Alhamdulillah. How much has he memorized so far?
I'm not actually sure because he's currently also an ustad at our local madrasa as well. So he's gone through the ranks.
MashaAllah. So he's also teaching at
he's
the
also
tender
teaching
age of
as well.
17. Subhanallah, barakallahu fiqh. I think sometimes we think, of course, we memorize the Quran, we go to competitions, and of course we recite for others. But to remember that, of course, Allah told, well, the Rasul, of course, said the best of people are those who learn the Quran and teach those from it. Imran, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah. How are you doing today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
Alhamdulillah. Well, your older brother didn't answer the question, but how much have you memorized from the Quran so far?
Not that much, but Alhamdulillah, I'm trying.
Okay, you are trying, and you have set a goal to finish, inshallah.
I have set a goal to finish,
inshallah. That's a very positive answer, and I hope that you do finish, inshallah, with the help of Allah. Sheikh Nasrullah, if you could kindly pick a part for Imran to recite from.
Choose a part for yourself.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال نوح رب إنهم عصوني واتبعوا من لم يزده ماله وولده إلا خسارا ومكروا مكرا كبارا وقالوا لا تذرن آلهتكم ولا تذرن ودا ولا سواء ولا يغوث ويعوق ونصرا وقد أذلوا كثيرا ولا تزد الظالمين إلا ضلالا مما خطيئاتهم أغرقوا فأدخلوا نارا فلم يجدوا لهم من دون الله أنصارا وقال نوح رب لا تذر على الأرض من الكافرين ضيارا إنك إن تذرهم يذلوا عبادك ولا يلدوا إلا فاجرا كفارا رب اغفر لي ولوالدي ولمن دخل بيتي مؤمنا وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات رب اغفر لي ولوالدي ولمن دخل بيتي مؤمنا وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات ولا تزد الظالمين إلا تبارا صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah. Imran reciting from 29th Juz with a very powerful voice. But Sheikh Nasrullah, your thoughts on his recitation, inshaAllah.
MashaAllah, khitamuhu misk. We're ending today's show with a very powerful, very good recitation, mashallah.
Alhamdulillah.
You could tell from his face, mashallah, he was enjoying his recitations. It's a very important thing that you recite and enjoy yourself. It's a very important thing. But there's some basic thing you need to work on to improve your recitation. Like, when you say any letter with kasra, it has to be flat. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rahim. It's a bit different. And there are some other letter like Dad and Dhal, never same. Yudillu ibadak. Yudillu ibadak. Then sometimes your ayn got mixed up with Hamza as well. So these are the basic things, inshallah. If you can work on this, your recitation already is powerful and it will add some more power, inshallah, which is tajweed and proper pronunciation.
Inshallah, barakallahu feek.
Just to add to what Sheikh is saying, if you can bring some control in your voice, because what's happening is sometimes I felt that you lost control of your recite, and therefore that allowed mistakes to creep in. You need to be always in control. So the objective is the ada and reading correctly, not the nice voice and not the power. So make your objective the basic kind of articulation of the letters and the rules of tajweed, and then inshallah the voice and the beautification will come with that automatically.
Inshallah,
Okay?
inshallah, bi'idhnillah. Barakallahu feek to both my shuyukh for the feedback. Imran, what do you think of that feedback? Useful feedback?
Alhamdulillah, yeah, but inshallah I can improve in the future, inshallah.
Inshallah, that's always positive to hear that you will be picking up on that. And I hope you do, inshallah, because like the shuyukh said, your voice is very powerful, but of course needs some tweaking, inshallah. But you can return to your seat now, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, 10 Qurra listened to. Subhanallah, I'm sure my viewers will agree with my judges that it has been a very, very tough day for their marking. But of course, they will have to come to the very unfortunate part of selecting the few who will be going through to the next round, the semi-finals, for the semi-finals, which of course, in my opinion, will be extremely difficult to be selecting for the grand final. But of course, we will hear more from my shuyukh in just a moment. My audience, my live audience here, alhamdulillah, did we have a good show today? Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. I'm sure they all enjoyed as much as my respected viewers at home did. Shuyukh, do we have a conclusion of who will be going through today? Or would you like some more moments?
Give us a minute, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Just,
of course.
a few seconds, inshallah.
Inshallah, you're more than welcome to take a few more seconds, inshallah. For those viewers, of course, who may be wondering, this competition, of course, has been started with the live round, but the grand final is not very far. It is, well, we have been confirmed that the grand final will be held on February the 16th in the London Muslim Centre. And of course, if you do require any further information, you can kindly call GlobalAid, or of course, you can go on their website and communicate with them, inshallah. Of course, my viewers will be wondering, is there anything from the show that they can take away? Yes, there are many prizes that they will be taking away, of course, with them, as much as they are taking the ajr from the show. But of course, my qurra who, of course, not as of the tender age sometimes that we have, all who are going through the progress of learning Quran, we saw that most of our Qur'an today have been memorizing the Quran, of course, which is always a reminder for our viewers that as much as we are trying to perfect our reading, that we are also trying to remember the words of Allah. And of course, like from some of our students today who are also teachers, the Rasul said, like I mentioned, خَيْرُكُم مَّن تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَ. Those who are the best ones are the ones who take from the ilm of the Quran and teach it. And of course, like I'm sure that they will all be pillars of our community in the near future as much as they are now. And as I'm sure they are aware that as much as this is a competition, this is not the end. This is only the mere beginning for them to be working much harder and making sure that they are working at a level which they will be contributing to the community in a much greater scale. Sheikh Badr, if I can kindly ask you to name the people who will be going through today from the third to the first, inshallah.
Okay, well, I'm going to make a plea that we maybe, this has been an unprecedented round.
Okay.
And I think we should maybe have 4 contestants go through, because I think it was really tight. And
take
I think
4 contestants, you say?
Yeah. I think
we usually take 3, but the judges today believe that it is strong enough to be taking 4.
I think so, because it's been very tight, and it's unfortunate that so many good qurras have been put together in one round. So I think maybe we need to exercise a bit of discretion and.
Well, I'm happy with that, inshallah. If my judges are happy with that, judges, we're happy with this decision.
Yeah, inshallah.
Yeah, we actually discussed this matter. It should be fair to take 4.
Inshallah. Without any further delay, inshallah, Sheikh Badr, if you could start from number 4.
4th place we have Muhammad Ali Akhtar.
Muhammad Ali Akhtar in 4th place, rather.
In 3rd place we have Fahim Ahmed.
Fahim Ahmed. Spoiler alert already. Of course, you are aware that you have gone through today.
2nd place we have Ridwan Jamaluddin.
MashaAllah.
1st place we have none other than Burhan Mahmudur Rahman.
Mabruk to all my winners. I'm sure it was very tough for my judges, and I'm sure all the Qur'an are aware that the competition today was immense. But if anything, it's an encouragement for them to go and work even harder. If I can very, very briefly talk to my 4 contestants today, if you could pass the mic to Muhammad Ali Akhtar. Muhammad Ali Akhtar, mashallah, came 4th place, but all the way from Blackburn today. Was it worth the trek today?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, I'm glad to hear that. And Fahim, alhamdulillah, also you came all the way from Brighton today. I'm sure you'll be thanking your dad for bringing you all the way down today.
Yes.
Happy with the results today?
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Is it relaxing time now, or practicing even more?
practicing even more.
Practicing even more. Good answer. And let's speak to Ridwan Jamaluddin, if we could pass it to him quickly. Ridwan, alhamdulillah, your efforts seem to have proven that you have been working hard. Do you think it will be getting harder or easier?
Most definitely it would be getting harder.
Okay, and you will be putting in the level of effort needed.
Inshallah, yeah.
Inshallah. And lastly, Burhanuddin, if you could pass it to Burhanuddin. Burhanuddin, alhamdulillah, you came first today. Happy with the results?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very, very happy.
Well, 2 more rounds to still go, and I hope that you still try to compete with the rest to make sure that you maintain your position, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Barakallahu feekum to all of you who went through today, and of course all of those who didn't go through. Rather, it is also just a day where you will be learning how much more important it is to climb the ladder even more, inshallah. Or course, it has been a very, very tense day today here on day 7, but we will be back for day 8, the final day of the semi-finals, or the quarterfinals rather, before we head to the semi-finals to see the remainder of our contestants, inshallah. But I have to call an evening to today's show. So inshallah, from myself, Qari Murshid Habib, from my beloved judges, from my audience here, and of course the hard-working people in this studio today, inshallah, jazakumullahu khairan, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يا أمتي القرآن حبل نجاتنا فتمسكي بعراه كي لا نغرقا